Welcome back, Kingsmen. Hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Kingston, and welcome to another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. This one was sent in, I'm going to have to look at the names afterwards because I'm throwing a blink. Now, before we get started into the slow motion, I just wanted to give a thank you to those who are being understanding. We just had my wife and I just had our baby this last weekend, so I have not been making videos as much. Kind of took the weekend off to kind of recuperate, and videos may be a little bit spotty. I actually can play this at regular speed, so it's going to be a little slow getting back to normal, guys, and I thank you for understanding. Yeah, that's the only thing I had to say about that. So let's jump right into this, because this is a very exciting battle we got. Of course, you can see Spain had some guerrilla faction thrown up in this three-pointer, in this one-pointer LOC, as well as Russia kind of pushing back Denmark. Now, of course, we have Russia and Spain, as well as Portugal and the UK. And of course, you can't have a good battle without the UK. Going up against Denmark, France, two French, and then of course you have Westphal. So this is going to be an epic battle. I'm so looking forward to this. I haven't seen this map yet, actually. And it starts off with the coalition having an advantage. I mean, they don't have this 4-point lock, but they do have this center points with the road to reinforce each other. We got, Russia coming up really fast. Portugal's kind of a little slower behind with the rest of Spain. And the UK taking both these pointers. Denmark is kind of falling back. And I'm going to try to get a eyeball to these factions here. Seeing the units that are kind of being brought by the UK, you can kind of real fast see. Bring in some decent infantry, of course. Actually, some really good infantry. I'm really impressed so far. Bring in, of course, Denmark doesn't specialize in cav. Here's the UK. They're bringing in, of course, some horse artillery, some grasshoppers, some light skirmishers, some light foot, and then some more of the green rascals, and then just some line infantry all around. UK has some decent line infantry. Russia, of course, bring in those heavy cav, going to go toe-to-toe, hopefully, with France, who looks like they're advancing down this road. And, of course, Russia bring in some more of this line infantry. I don't see a whole lot of, like I said, grenadiers. Not really a whole lot of guard, elite. They're going to be going up against France, it looks like. Of course, we have, let me make sure I'm not going to miss anything, so it looks like immediately Denmark is going in. I hear a bayonet. Nope. We have a cav charge going in against some dragoons from Russia. Gonna hit them real hard. Maybe give some cavalry, and then pushing in for the cannon. Now, I don't think this. Nope. They're gonna stop them in the tracks. Skirmishers shooting as some Russian cav kind of got stuck on some trees. Over here, Denmark has pushed into this lock, and the UK making a very good stand. They have their lights, they have their infantry, light infantry, setting up in these woods, artillery getting in. Spain's kind of reinforcing that area, and it looks like we got some cav from Denmark going on this left side. Can be stopped by some dragoons from Russia, and looks like Spain actually may be in danger of going out too much. Looks like actually Portugal went in for some cannon, and there was no cannon. The cannon was not being defended by the Denmark cav. They were out, which is going to cause them to lose their artillery very early on in this battle. That is a massive loss. Now, you can see Portugal still coming down, Spain still coming down, so the UK is going to have to hold. And look at this massive cav push. The UK cannot fight against this. This is way too many cav units. I mean, we got some Denmark cav. That's where their cav went. Denmark had it way over here. You have dragoons and some lighter chasseurs cheval. UK kind of falling back, but they're not giving up this lock yet. Over here, it looks like Russia is still pushing, but France is kind of... Uh-oh. Okay, so they did a charge against Denmark infantry who's... Oh, what are they doing? Okay, they sent in some grenadiers going against some... That's actually a good target to go against, but they're still not going to do well because they're going to get charged in the back, which is going to cause them to break before they actually truly can. You can't just send in infantry and hope that you're going to make it. You got to back it up with more infantry, and right now Denmark is struggling. France is going to have to definitely help a ton over there. Now over here, England is doing the right thing. These guys can form squares, so they can definitely fight against some cav, and they're going to send over those reinforcing infantry, hope to catch them out. It looks like actually these guys better form square because they're getting charged, and they're not going to form square in time. They're going to get flanked. That is a beautiful job working with Denmark. And are there 2 Denmark factions? I think there are. No, just one. Denmark's everywhere. So breaking the UK on this one side, that's going to be a problem. If the UK gets surrounded by France and Denmark, they aren't going to be able to hold off. It looks like this infantry got bayonet charged by Denmark, holding their own, but they are wavering, and they're going to run as these guys probably are going to get bayonet charged in the back by Denmark. Denmark making an amazing push using the buildings to kind of make sure they don't get flanked. Over here, it looks like Portugal is finally pushing up, getting their cav in position. These are really, 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 really poor units from Denmark, and they're going to get just charged by cav, and they're probably going to break. Denmark is not looking that strong over here. France is going to have to support them as Russia over here is pushing up. Over here, the UK are definitely feeling the pressure. Thankfully, Spain is coming to help out, but this cav from France is just being tenacious, hitting them using their distraction of Denmark infantry to kind of just disorganize England. And if you kick England out of here really early on in this game, sorry, words are really hard right now, you can definitely just push this flank, take this LOC. It is a 3-pointer LOC. Now over here, we still have the road. No one's kind of made any definitive action. I'm surprised that Russia is not pushing over more, but I think they're just expecting that Portugal's going to push over and fill this blank space. Spain's still holding on to this lock. Now here comes Westphal, kind of pushing up, and the UK are going to start feeling the pressure. They are, of course, rushing out of this house, fighting Denmark. Denmark kind of struggling a little bit maybe here, and this is just a mash of just so many different, oh my goodness, it's chaos, utter chaos here. As we get an overview of the battle, Denmark still hasn't really formed any definitive lines. Only when I see that's really truly formed up a good line of attack is France and Westphal, which they have a very strong presence on the side, so Spain needs to definitely get there as soon as possible. They need to fill up this line. Portugal now moving up, squaring off against Denmark, and Russia going to be pushing on the flank. I think this is what Russia's hoping, is that no one's going to face them and they can just turn this whole flank of France. Probably France is forming up in this field here. I think the UK have sort of fixed their lines here. They've kind of reformed. Yep, they've kind of reformed here. Fighting off. They have this right flank going up against France. And here comes France bringing in some... Ooh, are those some Legion, huh? Some French line infantry. These are small units. And things are kind of quietening up here as Denmark has lost a lot of units over here, so maybe they're going to wait. But it looks like the UK has enough reinforcements where they feel confident to push their advantage, maybe form up here. What are they doing? Alright. Don't know what they're doing here. Denmark charging in on this Spanish infantry, gonna rout them, and now there is a gap, and the UK and Spain are isolated as Portugal and Russia are kind of on this left flank. I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot. The one thing I wish that I would like to see Russia do is send some of this light cav out, scout. You need to know what's in front of you here. You need to know before you commit to something, because if no one is over there and France and Westphal are all over here and it's just Denmark running some interference, that's a problem, and you need to rush over here and help out your ally really as soon as possible. And that'd be really bad if that's the case. So we're getting some grenadiers probably going to rush into this house to help ensure that no one can take it. I wish Westphal would push up. They have so much infantry. I don't know why they're not. Maybe they are. You just can't see it. But they should be pushing up. They should be pushing this flank. This is a weak flank before Spain gets there. And Spain not bringing a whole lot of the greatest quality infantry, but, you know, they don't really... Oh, look at these guys. Wow. Some colorful uniforms for sure. So this battle has kind of had a lull in it. I think everybody's still kind of forming up in a line of battle. There's a little skirmish, an initial fight over here. Of course, the UK is still just putting some volleys in. I love the sound effects. You can just hear the rattle of musketry. Oh, some artillery is shelling this Denmark infantry. Now, I saw some infantry or some artillery shelling this UK line as well. Now, this is interesting. Where is Spain going? Maybe they think they can hold. I mean, so far it's just Westphal and France. Maybe the other French and Denmark player are over here. But Westphal is going to be the wild card. They could be shifting troops this direction using the trees to kind of hide those movements. Or they could just all of a sudden make a massive push in the center where the UK is actually kind of weak. I'll be very interested to see what they're going to plan on doing. It looks like France is getting ready. They're maybe going to assault this LOC here. Oh, we got some, some skirmishers, grasshoppers who were not prepared for this small, don't back charge them, don't back charge them. That is one thing you have to worry about, guys. You can charge your infantry in the back and make them lose a ton of men. And, the German Legion getting super aggressive on Denmark, getting super close. These Green Rascals can form square. That's a really good unit. You don't want to lose them. They can fire way further than this Denmark infantry can. Denmark looks like they're also shifting this direction, and what's weakest for the coalition right now, that's what you want to look at. I would say over here they're definitely a little weaker. I mean, Spain is not a super strong faction, and they kind of have this crossroads, pushing some cav across, going in for the UK artillery. That is going to be a massive victory. They had no cav to watch, and now the UK have lost their guns. Those guns were blasting the Westphal in Denmark, and now probably Denmark feels like they can advance. Now look at this, guys. As I predicted, Westphal is going to be circling this direction and seeing if they can't deal with Portugal. Russia's going to have an important role in this. They have to push on this flank, and they got to push fast. There's some cav over here from Portugal going in and attacking some skirmishers. That is an excellent choice of target, as they were probably trying to snipe this lock. Denmark is kind of shifting over. I'm surprised that they're doing that. Now I'm starting to see some battle lines. I am starting to see the plan for this French alliance. I think they're going to push. Spain is definitely a lot weaker on this side now. They have sent some infantry over here. I mean, this is some pretty weak infantry. These are probably just going to be meat shields for Portugal. Portugal and Russia still pushing up. Here goes Portugal. We have some decent units. Some militia, though, I see. Some light infantry. These are really good. Skirmishers as well. And they're probably going to be taking on Westphal, as Westphal is also going to be pushing up, maybe just defending artillery. I don't know. This is National Guard. Probably just a meat shield. I'd send them up. See if they can't absorb some ammunition. And don't know why France is not pushing, unless they're going to hope to soften them up with artillery and force the attack. And actually looks like they're going to fall back here. Spain and the UK see that they're mobilizing some 8-pounders, and they're going to fall back using this LOC to kind of defend from artillery fire. The UK has been engaged this whole time now. They are losing units slowly but surely. The slaughter is real here. I have some cav from Portugal and Spain who are going to be waiting. They can rush up real fast, come to the assistance if they get pushed. If UK gets pushed too much, and it looks like UK is actually going to fall back to the forest. I love how the forest in this game is going to cause massive flanking maneuvers, have shelter. I think there's only one faction from France over here, so if Portugal and Russia push up at the same time, they can definitely turn this flank before Westphal gets there, because if Westphal pushes up here and reinforces, that's going to be a challenge. So France is pushing up on this point. We have some Highland Foot and I'm not going to try pronouncing that. Some Spanish units kind of shooting from this house and using the choke points with their infantry to kind of defend from the artillery. Now, Spain is going to start feeling the pressure. Oh, this is an interesting unit. Look at this. Interesting. So this cav is pushing so far back. These guys cannot form square. Except for these guys. These guys should be pushing up right here. These guys cannot form square. If France pushes really fast, they can hit these guys before they can form square. It'd be really cool to see them do that. Over here, Portugal is going to hopefully engage them in a line battle, and then Russia, making a big play maybe, can push up and just flank this Spanish force. Or this French force. I want to see it happen. I want to see this battle in the mud. Now, the mud is going to slow down the infantry. As you can see, they're going to move even slower. Just because it's mud, it's going to bog them down, causing them to move slower. That's going to be an advantage for France. Over here, it looks like, oh, some cav going in from France. Going to hit these guys, this Portuguese infantry before they could form square. And Portugal is running. They're actually running as, look what's in these trees. Westphal is in these trees, and they're going to start shooting through the trees, using the cover, and big play. I think France had a lot of infantry cav hiding in these trees, and Portugal made too much of an aggressive play, and it's going to cause them to really be hurt. This cav gets shot in the side. Nothing over there still. If Portugal breaks, that is a problem. A massive problem, as actually France is going to get their infantry out, or their cav out in time. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk today. Portugal's going to have to be very careful now. They don't have the cav superiority, and I don't know. Yeah. Maybe, oh, Russia going in on the artillery, but France was able to pull them out in time and save their artillery. It looks like they're still trying to hit them. They're probably going to break before they may actually break this French artillery, which would be a massive, massive win, as they are now pushing up. The beautiful thing is, these guns cannot unlimber, so France either has to abandon these guns to fall back against the superior lines of Russia, or stand and fight. And it looks like they're going to stand and fight, hopefully punching some holes in these massive columns of Russia. Russia needs to definitely be pushing up. That is something they have to be doing. Looks like France has definitely pushed up. They are going to start engaging the UK. Have some howitzers going in, and actually they have some, it looks like some grenadiers fighting this. Oh, I don't know if this is going to go well for them, to be honest. This is some Highlanders and some Spanish grenadiers. This is definitely not going to swing their direction very well. But I do like how aggressive they're getting. Now, this artillery is getting punched probably by some, some guns from Spain. And Spain could actually set up their guns right here and capitalize on this. This is very aggressive, but I like that they have the grenadiers in reserve. Can push up on this flank possibly, and right now all the UK has to do is hold. Oh, we got some cavalry from Portugal pushing up on these sharpshooters from Denmark, gonna break them, and Denmark's gonna lose out. Here comes Westphal. Westphal came out of the woodwork, as it were, and now we're gonna have a line battle here as Portugal was kind of caught out. This is the exciting play, guys. These guys need to get out of this mud. They are gonna be bogged down. This artillery from France. Oof. This artillery from France is gonna start punching holes in them. I want to see them shoot. Now, this is going to be a concern, as just, I love how Russia is just pushing around the flank. I don't see any cav yet. Yep, and France is going to fall back. Portugal pushing up with their ally. That's an amazing use of, working with your alliance. Ooh, we got some shrapnel going in, starting to whittle down this artillery, or this infantry. Man, I can't ski. Oh, okay. So here is the cav. Uh-oh. I think Russia pushed out too much, and now they're going to get charged by a superior cav force. Nope. It's mud, guys. They are stuck. They are stuck here. They can get some of their cav out, possibly, but they're stuck. Over here, Westphal pushing on Portugal. France kind of fell back. I think they're going to wait and see how this other line battle goes. Over here, this is a super crucial point in the battle. The problem is France can't push too far because they would get bogged down and this infantry can just volley them into oblivion. Over here though, time is on their side as this artillery is able to get some amazing shots, kind of just break down Russia, and Russia needs to push up. These guys cannot form squares, so they need to be very cautious in how they push forward. Oh, nope. So we have... We have France going in. They better watch out for this heavy Russian cav that may actually make some plays here. Oh, some grenadiers charging the flank of this cavalry. Oh my goodness, this is a massive battle in France. Oh, France, they cannot lose. They can't lose here, guys. They can't. If they lose this flank to Russia, it's over. They can't control this. And actually, right now... I would not have charged these grenadiers in. I would have stood back and volleyed into them, and Russia is winning on this side, and France broke. Oh no. Okay, so, real fast. Westphal still pushing up. Portugal's holding them. France over here is kind of... France is holding off. They're holding off because they need to see how this battle's going. But at this point, maybe they need to push. Still, I think France, yeah, France is in here. Pushing up against, what is this? We got Denmark pushing through the trees. This is really bad because they're going to go so slow. They can just get volleyed. But, of course, you make sure you're not fimming them. You know, firing while in melee, because that is just exploiting the game. I don't think they're doing that, though. So over here, France has lost, and now France is going to have to fall back. They don't want to give up this artillery position. They're getting some amazing kills on Russia, so they're going to try to hold as long as possible. They have to hold. They have to. Over here, Portugal is starting to lose. France is getting the advantage on them. Portugal may want to reform their line. They don't have to push here. They just got to wait for Russia to push around the flank. Westphal may have an advantage here. They have some really good infantry, so it'll be very interesting to see. Now, in the trees, you can't really see this, but Westphal is pushing with Denmark. Look at the slaughter. This is Denmark, though. Denmark has been slaughtered, but Denmark has broken through, and now they are on the flank of Portugal. Denmark pushing through these trees, kind of driving a wedge through this alliance here. As you can see, there's a massive gap, and that is a concern. Looks like France has decided they're going to have to push forward, and you know what? Oh, that's why. Some dragoons maybe going to flank them. All this mud, though, is going to make it very difficult for maneuvers. Over here, let's not forget this massive battle as the Russian cav pushing in, and this is what you don't want. You do not want Russia to do a bayonet charge, guys. If Russia does a bayonet charge, it's over. That's their specialty, and actually, they're shifting around here. Look at this. Shifting around, they're going to keep pushing on the flank. They did some infantry bayonet charges here, as well as some cav charges, but they have more cav going in the back. And, okay, Spain's infantry has shown up to reinforce. I think Portugal, I have to zoom in here to see this. I think Portugal is going to reform their lines. Want to make sure that they do not get flanked, as Westphal is going to be pushing up here. And this has been a tough cookie. This has been a tough shell to crack. I mean, the UK have just held onto this LOC, and France just can't take it. The death and destruction around this LOC. UK has done an excellent job of just holding. Now, they are pushing up. I love this aggressive stance. Cav from Spain is so far back. The Cav, look at this. They're so far back. I'm not sure why. But they should be defending this front lines. We see some dragoons pushing up on the flank. These guys are going to have to intercept them. Excuse me. It looks like Spain may have lost their artillery. Yeah, they may have... No, they're right here. That was an excellent choice, being able to get rid of them. Over here now, it looks like France is in trouble. They have not enough units to defend this. They're doing more spaghetti lines, which is going to decrease their morale, may increase their firepower, and they're going to run their artillery back. Russia was able to outmaneuver them. Excellent job of outmaneuvering them. Definitely. And man, goodness, look at this. Oh, I hear some cavalry. Nope. So, oh my goodness, this artillery is blasting Westphal. Westphal maybe needs to send in a cav, but the problem is Portugal is prepared. Although Portugal is breaking with a bayonet charge. I'm sorry, guys. I even knew about this, and I still didn't catch it in time. So Portugal is in trouble. Portugal's whole flank's been chained. What Westphal did was they did a bayonet charge using this road to kind of speed it up. And now Portugal has another hole punched in them. And Portugal's kind of hurting right now. Definitely hurting. Spain kind of reforming, trying to hold. And France is pushing a lot on this flank, trying to turn Spain's flank. Now, over here, remember Denmark pushed over here, and now Denmark is on the flank of Portugal and is also pushing on the Portuguese flank here, guys. Look at that. Portugal is in trouble. They still have this flank. Russia is still making massive plays. Here's this National Guard, which is going to get butchered by this heavy Russian cav. That is an unfortunate thing that's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Russia is still pushing through the mud, and France is on the verge of breaking. Westphal is being able to push through this flank. Portugal, I think, is trying to reform if they can. They don't have a whole lot of units left here. They have a couple. Here. I think they're just trying to run away at this point. They're trying to reform outside the forest. It's kind of hard to see, when you're in the forest. But, oh, look at this. We have some cav rushing in as France is just losing. They just can't. They can't bring it together. Their cavalry. Oh my goodness. Their cav is now going to go after some English cavalry, maybe some English infantry. These guys better form square. Form square, please. Yes, alright, they formed square, and now this is just a mosh pit of just... Oh, so France was smart enough to do a bayonet charge, taking on some English men that were forming square, and that's going to cause them not to have as good of morale, good of melee, and following it up with some cavalry is going to definitely reinforce. Oh no, this is now a massive melee, but it looks like France is actually losing, sending in all their cav committing. Now, Spain is going to also flank this cav, and hopefully they can hold. If they can't hold, this is going to break yet another line here. Westphal pushing up, capitalizing on this massive breakthrough they had. They're going to push up on this lock, hopefully rout whatever Portuguese and Spanish troops are left, and then maybe hopefully turn and fight Russia, because Russia has been tenacious. Russia is pushing and is not giving up. And that's a problem. That's a problem for France. France needs to be doing some massive plays here because they are losing on this side. They got charged in the back. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Sound I need to increase because it's glitching out. There we go. Over here, I think Spain has finally decided they're going to stand and fight. They got to hold this side, and the UK have held on long enough to where now France is going to fall back, and their center, or one of their flanks, I should say, has just been broken through. So both sides are winning on one side or the other. Westphal is making some massive pushes, massive gains. Portugal is trying to hold. I don't think they have a whole lot. They're trying to break whatever Denmark has left. Yeah, this is just, pull a mini map up, you can see this Russian offensive is just doing work. It is hurting France, and Westphal needs to hurry. If they don't hurry, they're going to lose. I love this, how these guys are just getting so many kills, just butchering any guys, making sure they don't come back. And this battle's kind of in two consecutive areas now. Spain pushing out with the UK. Guys, I promise I know what's going on. I just can't talk today. It's been too long. That's what it is. It's been a rough first start back after a couple days off. So the UK have definitely broken through here, and now I would say that France is in trouble. They may still be able to break Spain. The thing is, Spain does better when they have, you know, double stacked rows. They do have this artillery, which I hope they're going to use to kind of even the odds here. The UK also sending over some infantry to kind of reinforce that, but France did have some guys come back. This is the really important battle right now. Westphal making the massive plays still, encircling this LOC. Uh-oh. Westphal was looking out and hit some 12-pounders from Russia. This is a massive loss. That's a lot of money. That is a very unfortunate loss for Russia. That was a lot of gold invested. So now Russia is starting to feel the pressure of some guns from Westphal. And they're going to do a bayonet charge, and I don't see any cav defending Westphal's guns. But they're going to do a bayonet charge, as Westphal realized they maybe were a little too exposed here. Now, probably Russia is going to lose... Oh, okay, they were able to get their 3-pounders out of there. And Russia's starting to hit a bit of a wall here, as Westphal is pushing on their flank. They just need their ally to hold long enough. Over here, I think it's still a anyone's game at this point. It could be the UK, if they push on France's flank, that's going to be a winner. Now Russia, they need to get rid of these guns. They need some cav. They need to send some cav over. These guys cannot form square. They need to push on this 3-pounder. And yep, they're going to go in and instead go for a center that cannot form square. Yep, this is going to be huge. Look at this. Yep. An amazing target for the artillery from Westphal. They could possibly break these guys, but instead are just going to break themselves. This is going to turn the whole line. If they can break the center of France, France is going to start crumbling. They do have a general, Napoleon Bonaparte himself. So, oh man. Can they do it? Because I don't think they'll be able to get them out of here. They are tired, going to turn to exhausted very quickly. It looks like actually Russia has decided they need to do a bayonet charge while their cav is engaging them. Yep, sending in the line infantry. So, some bayonet charges. France is going to be in a little bit of disorder, but they did lose their heavy artillery, guys. So, they punched through slightly. And I think they're going to decide they're going to do some volleys still. Westphal still pushing up. The general from Portugal is sitting here going to get friendly fire, maybe. Westphal has pushed around this LOC. They're going to probably take it. They sent in some infantry. Actually, Portugal's still holding it. Over here, it looks like the UK have won, so they're sending over a couple units, using this road to rush them over. They know they have to stop this Westphal attack. Sending over some Spanish cav as well. That's going to hit these grenadiers who cannot form square. That is a really good unit to just butcher with your cav. Portugal over here, I don't know what they're doing here, but they need to come over here and help turn the tide. Westphal can still be pushed out. They're sending in some more infantry, some Fusilier Guard. Throwing a lot of infantry in here. Portugal's still in the fight. And actually, look at this. Russia is falling back. They got their cavalry back. I think they're just going to try to delay France as much as possible in hope that the UK can send over some troops. Over here, France is falling back. I think they're just waiting to see what happens. The thing is, at this point, guys, the LOC is in the coalition. Nope. It's no longer. It is in the French alliance advantage at this point. They're sending in some infantry to try to take it back. If they don't, they're going to lose by LOC, because probably that's what France is playing for now. If you see France is actually falling back, they're probably going to go for this 4-pointer and just sit there. They can win the game that way. And at this point, that's their best bet. This French faction needs to just fall back. They need to join Westphal and just hold this. What is this? This 1-pointer. Okay, that's not really that worth it. This 3-pointer. Actually, Portugal should take this 3-pointer with this infantry, and they can tie it or at least maybe win. The UK still has some infantry here. who was going up against Denmark. Denmark had not a whole lot, but had a little bit of infantry left. Unfortunately, now that's wiping them out. And nothing else really happening except for this fight over here, which I'm really surprised that France is still sitting out here. You know, fall back. You don't have cav to defend yourself. Fall back. We have a general going against some Westphal Jaegers. And Portugal's probably... Uh-oh. We have a Fusilier Guard who took this lock going for the Spanish Volunteers. Gonna probably break them, and I think Westphal is gonna be what's gonna stop this game from being a loss. As look at this. Spain is not pushing, they are falling back. They were winning, and France has decided this is not worth it. They are falling back, they're not sending in the old card, they are falling back. Some cavalry, some chasseurs cheval showing up, probably from that far left side. And now they're going to help even these odds. Russia still not out of this fight. They're going to be pushing up, maybe turning the whole flank of France. We'll see. Westphal kind of resting up some troops, I think, and trying to decide where they're going to push. I would just push up and try taking out, well, what you can. The UK, I don't know what the UK's game is at this point. But unfortunately, this coalition has lost their LOC advantage. I believe. Maybe not. Maybe not. France and Westphal are now going to be pushing on Russia's flank, but the other side of France is also breaking. Portugal needs to just defend this flank, maybe fall back a little bit. Yeah, you see it fall back. It is crazy how the tables have turned now. Oh man, this is too close still. This is way too close. UK showing up. They have some troops still. So they're going to be taking on a much stronger force from Westphal. Yeah. They don't have the range, guys, and these guys are badly bloodied. Russia is going in for a bayonet charge with their grenadiers, sending in some cav as well to reinforce it. Excellent use. And France is in trouble, guys. France is breaking, but so is Portugal. Oh man, this is so close. This cavalry is going to be huge. This cav needs to push. They can break this whole left side. They just have Westphal and 3 units from France. And look at this massive breakage. Napoleon cannot pull it together. These grenadiers did some massive work. And, oh, the UK, yikes. The UK is having some trouble against Westphal. Here we go with some chasseurs cheval charging in on Russia. Beautiful use of some cav that was very badly bloodied. And instead, they're going to hopefully slow down Russia, as Russia is trying to form to take on Westphal. I see now it looks like, ooh, oh, some cav from the UK going in. But look at this, some more chasseurs cheval attacking the back lines of this UK. It is a small unit, it's 13 men, but it can definitely cause massive morale shock as these guys are too low in numbers to form square.
Our men are running, sir.
Over here, France has definitely broken. This cav is exhausted. I would stop them at this point. They are not going to be able to do much. Over here, some cavalry from Westphal and some infantry trying to turn the flank of Russia, and my goodness, this battle has been everywhere. It's not going to matter though if France is still over here by the timer runs out. Now Spain has a lot of units. They can funnel this direction because look at this. They are maybe going to still take this. They're pulling a sneaky one on the UK. The UK rushed over here, and now they realize their mistake, and they're going to rush back as France is pushing up with the numbers. Now, thankfully, Spain had some units here. Maybe they can still stop this attack, but Spain is coming from way over here, and France is just pushing mad. Oh, man, Russia is starting to feel the pain. They're starting to feel the pain that Westfall is starting to put on them. Oh, look at this. We have some skirmishers way back here. Going to try to snipe the general. Now, Westfall has some pretty strong units here, so I'll be interested to see what they're going to try to do. And they have units over here, so they're going to pincer, maybe. Just attack them from two sides. This is anyone's game still. We have some Cav Guard Decor from Westfall. Oh, some cavalry. Gonna get. This is why you don't attack when you're exhausted, guys. Oh, they're gonna probably hit him. Now these guys are going to be shooting them even when they're in melee, which is unfortunate. Maybe he did. Hopefully, I hope he just wasn't paying attention. But it's gonna actually cause these guys to break. Over here now, the UK running in, flanking. Maybe Spain can get a flank charge, but the UK don't have a whole lot of units here. A bayonet charge going in, but Spain is showing up. Spain's going to tell them, not today, we're not going to let you. They have the numbers, they can spread their guys out, do some amazing volleys against these weak Spanish units. Now, France did send over their guards of Paris. But I don't think they have enough morale to take it. And the UK is gone. They valiant effort, but was unable to work. And now look at this. Russia is going to fall back to their ally here. With Westfall now on the wrong side. Unfortunately, all the units over here just got obliterated. Now, this is rare to see. Cavalry late game. And that is going to be huge to turn the tide of this battle. Spain now is going to have to hold here. Spain is going to they have to hold. That's the only way this is going to work. And they unfortunately look like they're actually losing. And it actually looks like France may have to send in some more units. Or not. They're wavering. They need to send in more units, I would say. Oh, so France is going to probably get flanked. And they do not want to lose this house. As they're going to charge these guys. They're exhausted. They're wavering. Ooh, we have some howitzers just getting some amazing hits on this Spanish troops. And Spain is starting to fall apart here, guys. France waited for the perfect opportunity. They fell back, made Spain and the UK think that they were not going to attack in, and then they pushed up. Over here, Russia making one last desperate stand here. Making a desperate stand, trying to hold here. Worthy adversary. Russia always is a worthy adversary. I think Westfall just has the numbers at this point to be able to push. That's gonna be laggy. That's okay. And they're sending in their cav now, and Russia is gone, so I think this battle is going to be a French victory. I'm just gonna fast forward here because at this point it is over. Well played on each side. Man, there was multiple times when I honestly thought that French would lose. And it was so close. Russia, look at this path of just destruction all the way across this field. They almost did it. They were so close. Just so close. And now Spain's just going to have one last desperate stand. Try to hold their ground. Don't know if that's going to work, but we're just going to let it play out here for a second. Well played on both sides. I mean, that was a challenging fight for sure. I mean, the fighting raged all over here. I mean, the UK took some massive stand here, and they paid for it with a lot of blood. All right, so 18 seconds left. I don't think they're going to die before it ends. Yeah. I'm forgetting who sent this in. I feel bad now. It was obviously one of these players. I apologize for whoever it was. You can leave a comment saying you're the one who posted it. But thank you for that replay. As you can see, some really good kills on each side. It was a really good battle. Alright guys, I think that about covers it. Like I said, I'm sorry for the delay in videos and how rough this recording was. Trying to get back into it after being out for a couple days. It's obviously a little rough for me. But more videos to come, guys. Just stay tuned. If there's any other games you'd like to see me play, let me know in the comments and I will check them out and hopefully play them. That's about it. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and I'll catch you all in another video.